Hey guys, Ricky Lock here, back once again. I hope everyone's having a great day as always. And today I'm going to do something a tiny bit different. Well, not really that different. Still picking lock, but it's not a complete lock. It's one pin shy of a complete lock, and I hate doing that. Really tried my hardest to get this thing picked with all 6 pins in it, but I can't, and I think it might even be impossible. Some people might disagree, but I personally can't do it with all the 6 pins in it. Excuse me. And I'll show you why once we get into it. And here it is, the infamous Assa D12 with that crazy ass keyway. Try to get some focus here. Yeah, there you go. That crazy SD keyway. And I made a few tools to try and beat this lock with all 6 pins, and like I said, I can't do it. Made this flag here, even smaller flag, and the one I'll be using to pick most of the pins, or well, all 5 of them. This guy here came out alright. Didn't really put any polishing into it, but does the job. Probably make some nicer ones once I get a better idea of what I need. I don't really have any dimple locks, so. But anyway, enough blabbing. Let's just chuck this up and try to pick these 5 pins. Like I said, I really wish I could do it with the 6 pins in it, but once I get it apart, I'll show you guys why I can't. Let's see, what do we have here? I use my red tensioner, forget how thick it is, 32 thousandths, and my flag that I made right here. So yeah, hopefully we can get into this, and then we can finally check out what's inside. I mean, I already know what's inside, but been seeing a few people pick these, and I've seen most of the ones I've seen picked were the non-restricted ones, and I'll show you guys, and I'll leave a paper in the description of what the difference is. I believe it shows the differences anyway. Nice click out of 1. Having a hard time to get under 2. Click out of 2. 3's loose. Click out of 4. 5 needs to be picked from the bottom of the keyway, which I'll show why afterwards, if you don't already know. Got a click, lost a few pins doing that. 2 clicks off 2. 3's good. 4. 1 click off 4. Another click off 1. Nothing off 2. 3, stuck on something pulling out, another click there, another click on 4. So I'll show you guys too why there's multiple clicks on these, again if you don't already know. I love the Assa counter milling, or undercutting. I think 5 is good. Click off 2. I think we're close already. A little bit loose. I didn't really tighten this up. My vice's screw got stripped, so I had to replace it with just a normal M10 by 1.75 bolt. I have to use a adjustable wrench to tighten stuff now, which kind of sucks, but happy that I can still use my vise. I should have probably tightened it properly though. I'm doing all this through the camera, surprisingly. I usually never do that. What's going on here? Oh, there we go. Unwinding, losing pins. Hard to tell if 5 is picked. Yeah, I remember talking to a few people about these, saying how you need to pick 5 from the bottom of the keyway, and I think they probably thought I was crazy because I think they had the non-restricted one, and that would not make sense to them because it doesn't have the long key pins, and you can't pick the long key pins from here, from the middle of the keyway. You actually have to go like I'm doing from the absolute bottom and try to get under those. Feel that long key pin and try to get under it. Ah, there, nice, beautiful click off 5. Hopefully that's all it needs. Oh, there we go, beautiful. Every time I get into this thing, it feels just awesome. It's one lock that I never thought I would be able to pick. And to be honest, I really can't pick it because it only has 5 pins in it, but I'm still happy with that. I'll take it. And I'll show you guys why I can't pick it with the 6th pin in it. And yep, has to do with the bidding, of course. I hate it when bidding defeats me, but it happens. Okay. I wonder if some light would help this situation. I'll take it. Oops. My camera's actually connected to my computer, so I have to be careful. Alright, and this is kind of a cool lock to disassemble. I kind of like it. Some people might think it's a little too much, but has a Torx screw. And normally you might think that would be enough, but then it has this there's probably a special tool to take this off, but this one's loose enough that I can take it off by hand. And you should probably use a hollow follower on these, but I don't have one, so I will slip a shim in here. Maybe. There we go. And a follower. Roll my sleeves up, get around this cable. And hope for the best. There we go. Alright, so there's the 5 pins. 6 ones in the tray already here. Let me take a closer look in a second. These pins are kind of cool. They have little wings on them which keep them oriented in the proper direction because they have steps on them. And that just reminds me that I forgot to show the key in this lock working, which kind of sucks, but it is what it is. And there's that long ass key pin in position 5. Some of these restricted ones have these long pins in both position 5 and 6, but this one only has one. And that interacts with these cuts on the key here. So you can see the multiple cuts. There's, I don't know, 12 cuts, I guess. And these steps on the key pins, we'll take a closer look in a second. Actually, let's try to find a good one here. Number 1. I think you can see how it's kind of chiseled and stepped. And what that is, that allows for master keying without the use of master wafers. And as a quick example here, this is number 1 key pin. We'll put it in position and show you with the key. How it's flush. And if I take this pin and turn it around, insert the key, it won't be flush, which I think you can understand how that would allow for master keying without wafers. Pretty cool. And I should have showed you why I can't pick it before I took all these pins out, but I think pin either 3 or 4 is my problem. So I'll put one more just to make this clear. Oh, that's upside down. So with the regular dimple flag that I made, I think I put 5 in backwards. So yeah, sorry about that, guys. With my regular flag, I think you can see, trying to pick trying to pick 6 is impossible without oversetting. Looks like 5 and 4, especially 5. Sorry about the focus here, guys. There we go. So yeah, there's your problem. I can't possibly pick 6 without oversetting 5 and 4, and those bind before 6. So, and likewise with these picks that I tried to make to solve this problem, kind of looks like it's possible, but I mean, there it kind of looks like it, but I tried and tried, and I can't do it. I'll keep working on it though. Who knows, maybe I'll eventually figure it out, but might as well continue this. Kind of did this out of order a bit, and I apologize for that, guys. Take a good look at this this long key pin. I think you can imagine how it would literally rides around the key to interact with those side cuts there. Sorry about the lighting and the focus. So yeah, literally, that's why it's cut out. It rides around the key, and those positions in 5 and 6 are cut all the way through. Pretty cool. So you can see how the key would interact with those 2 pins. Mine only has the 1 long pin, but these Assa D12 700s, I believe. Yeah, they can have 2 long key pins there in the back, or just 1. Again, I'll put a link to a paper from Han Fei, a really smart guy. He did a pretty informative paper on this lock, along with a few other ones. And I think you can imagine that all these drivers are just going to be, I say just, but are going to be these Assa barrel spools, which we all come to love. At least I have. Doesn't really matter what way these come out, because they're the same on both sides. Save a bit of time here. Wow, 16 minutes, but yeah, there you go. That's what's in these Assa D12, the infamous Assa D12, and with the matched counter milling or undercutting. Beautiful, beautiful lock. Like I said, wish I could pick it with all 6 pins, but I'll take it with the 5, I guess. Now I can retire this beautiful oval into this beautiful anchor glass. I think they go well together, even with this 700 core in it. It's pretty cool. Anyway, guys, thanks for sticking with me this long if you did, and as always, don't give lock pickers a bad name. Never pick a lock that you don't own or have permission to pick. And thanks again, guys. See you on the next one.